Hello student, how are you all? This is Tushar from Genius Print. So today, as you can see, I will discuss 10 important questions for this BBM examination 2020. These are sample type questions. I have already uploaded 10 important questions in our earlier classes. Here also I discuss this next video. Okay, so I will request to our channel so that you can get this notifications regarding this examinations. Not only this BBM examinations, I have already uploaded different video for this TTSC examination, Olympiad examinations, and different examination like NTSC also, Olympiad also. If you want to get these things, already different student already commented that they record this video, and I am, that means the team of our Genius Print Education going to make this study materials also. So if you have any query, you can write on the comment below, and also you follow our Instagram channel so that you can write your queries detailsly. So today basically I will discuss this 10 important physics question. It will be our next volume. So already different volumes from this physics already uploaded, so you can see these things. So I will request all of you for this showing this seeing this video. Okay, so without wasting time, let's discuss. Now question number 1 says that in vacuum all freely falling object, option A, have the same speed. That means in vacuum same speed, I cannot say. Option B says that have the same velocity, also I cannot say it. Option C says that have the same acceleration. Yes, it's the correct answer, because in vacuum acceleration that means remains constant or same. So option C is the correct answer. Okay, so question 1, option C is the correct answer. Okay, so now question number 2 says that the centripetal force is provided to the planet by the, option A, force of repulsions between this planet and the sun, option B, force of attractions of the sun, option C, heat energy of the sun, option D, all of the above. No, I think here option B, that is force of attractions of the sun. Yes, the correct. So question B, option 2, B is the correct option. Let me explain these questions. The centripetal force is proved to be the planet. Yes, all of you have know that centripetals and centrifugal, two types of force basically work in the circular motion. So centripetal force basically works toward the center, and centrifugal force is worked away from the center. Okay, so suppose it's a circular path and this is the center. Centripetal force will work on the center and centrifugal force will work on the outer part. So regarding these questions, option B, that is force of attractions of the sun, is the centripetal force is provided to the planet. Yes, so option B is the correct. Now question number 3. So 3 says that at which of the following locations the value of G is the largest? Yes, value of G is depend on the the distance from the center. That is, suppose it's Earth. If it is Earth, then this is our equator area, this is our polar area. Okay, North Pole and South. So this, as our Earth is like that in flat end, so this equator is generally away from the center as compared to our poles. So here option A says that, see, if this distance is increased, then gravity will decrease, and if this distance is decreased, then this gravity will increase. Option A says that on the top of the Mount Everest distance is highest, so gravity may not be the highest. Option B, top of the Qutb Minar is also compared to the surface of the earth is also increase the distance from the center, so for it is also false. Option C, at a place on the equator. No, it's also wrong. Let me see this next option. A camp site in Antarctica. Yes, Antarctica and Arctic, both are poles area. These are very close to the center, so for that reason here distance is very less, and for this reason this gravity is the highest. So regarding this question 3, option D is the correct answer. I hope all of you have understand these questions, because gravity is basically depend on the distance from the center. If it is increase, then gravity is decrease. If it is decrease, then this gravity is increase. As the camp of the in the Antarctic or Arctic, whatever, very close to this center, so here gravity is the highest. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. So question number 4, a ball is thrown vertically upward. Okay, so vertically upward. Now the acceleration due to gravity will be what? A ball is thrown vertically upward, that means in the upward directions. So option A says that acceleration due to gravity is the directions opposite to the directions of its motions. Yes, option A is the correct answer, because acceleration due to gravity is falls towards this earth, but object is thrown in the opposite direction. That means acceleration is also opposite towards this earth. So I have not to see, I think, in the next option. Then also I will discuss this next option whether they are correct or not. B says that is the same directions and the directions of the motions. No. C says that increase as it comes down. No, I cannot say it. And option D says that becomes 0 at the highest point. Oh, that's also wrong. So option A, that is the directions opposite to the directions of the motion, is the correct. So option A is the correct answer. It is for question number 4. Option A is the correct answer. Okay, as this ball is thrown directly upward. Now question number 5. Question number 5 says that pressure exerted by sharp needle on a surface is pressure exerted by the sharp needle. Suppose it's a needle. If it's a needle, then pressure exerted by the sharp part. This is sharp part, this is the blunt part. Okay, so here pressure exerted by the sharp needles on the surface is more. Option S is the more than the pressure exerted by the blunt needle. Yes, sharp side will exert more pressure as compared to the blunt side. So for that reason, so option A is the correct answer. But let me see this option B and C and D also. B says that less than the pressures exerted by a blunt needle. Blunt says here is less. No, I cannot say it. Option C says that equal to the pressure exerted by the blunt needle. No, it cannot be equal, because all of you know that sharp side will exert more pressure as compared to the blunt side. So that cannot be equal, and that cannot be reverse also. And option D says that none of this, so it's false. There is option A, more than the pressure exerted by the blunt side, is the correct answer. That is question number 5. Option A is the correct. Here suppose pressures, all of you know that thrust upon area or thrust is to pressure upon this. So as this force is increases, then pressure is also increases. This area is increases, then pressure is decreases. So here area is actually increases as compared to these things, and for that reason here area is more, so pressure is less. Here area is less, so pressure is more. So pressure is inversely proportional to area. So for that reason option A is the correct answer. Okay, so now question number 6. Which of the following is the force of attraction exist between the object? Okay, exist between the object. Option A says that the intermolecular force of attraction. Intermolecular force of attractions. Let me see this next option. The force of buoyancy. No, it's not correct answer. Option C, the friction between the planet and sun. Friction between the planet and sun. How can I say it? Option D says that the force of attraction between the object is called the gravitational force. Yes, it may be the correct answer. Let me read this question again. Which of the following is the force of attraction exists between the object? Force of attraction exists between the object. The force of attraction between the object is called the gravitational force. Yes, the force of attraction between the object is called the gravitational force. That is option D is the correct answer. So option D is the correct answer. Suppose this is an object, this is another object. So the force of attraction between these two object is called this gravitational force. So for that reason option D is the correct answer. Okay, so now next question number 7 says that buoyant force of an object is due to fluid always act, option A, in the downward direction. Buoyant force in the downward, no, it's always in the, I think, in the upward directions, so option A is wrong. Option B, sideways, no, sideways is not. Option C, in the upward direction, yes, is the correct answer. And option D is none of this, so it's also false, because suppose it's a liquid substance, so if you pour some object on it, then buoyant force will work on the upward directions. Buoyant force is those force or are those force which basically gives towards the upward from the liquid to an object, for which an object is try to float on the liquid, so it will work in the upward directions. So for that reason option C is the correct answer. Okay, so 7 is option C is the correct answer. I hope all of you have understand these things, because buoyant force is always towards the upward directions. You have to read these things from your NCERT books, and then also if it is not possible for you, then you can write comment below. I have to explain these things again or not, then I will discuss these things again, that means elaborately. Okay, question number 8 says that universal law of gravitation state that every object in the universe, universal law of gravitation I have already discussed in our earlier classes also. So now here, according to this universal law of gravitation says that option A says that the attract every other object with a force. Universal law of gravitation state that every object in the universe attract every other object with a force. Yes, it may be correct. Option B says that the force of attraction is proportional to the product of the force, all of their masses. Yes, also, because suppose it's an object, another object is mass m1 and m2, then force is depend on m1 into m2. Yes, it's correct. C says that the force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance. Yes, if distance between them is d, then F is inversely proportional to square of the distance, is also correct. That is, C is correct, B is correct, A is correct. So for that reason option D, that is all of this, is the correct answer. So question number 8 is option D, that is all of this is the correct answer. Okay, so now question number 9 says that iron nail sink in water, because all of you know that iron nail generally sink in water. What is the reason behind this? Reason is that the force, that means weight of the iron nails is more as compared to this amount of water replaced by it, according to our Archimedes principle. So let me see this option. A, weight of the nails is less than the buoyant force acting on it due to water. No, it's not, because if it is less, then the nail will float, but it is sinked. So option A is wrong. Option B says that weight of nails is equals to the buoyant force. No, it's also wrong, because if it is equal, then it will float on the upper part of that partially. Option C says that weight of nails is greater than the buoyant force. Yes, it's a correct option, and for that reason option D is not necessary. Okay, so option C is the correct, I think. Yes, question number 9 is option C is the correct answer. Okay, so next, this is question number 10 says that an object just float in water if common salt is added into the water. Suppose an object is float on the water. Suppose that's in water level, that's in water. An object is float on that water. Suppose this an object is float on water, and if we add some common salt, that is NaCl, on it, then what will happen? Generally NaCl, after adding, increase the density of the water. So as a result, I think object will try to go upward directions as buoyant force will increase. So here let me see the option. First option is the volume of the object immersed in the liquid no, it is wrong option. Option B says that the object is sink. The object is sink. No, that's also wrong. Option C says that the object first sink and then float. Yes, it may be correct answer, because when we add this common, that means salt, then some changes occurred, and after sometimes this density is increased after mixing it. Then option D, let me see, cannot be determined. No, it's also wrong. So for that reason C is the correct answer. The object first sink and then float, because whenever this density of the water is increased, then this object will try to float. So for that reason option C is the correct answer. So question number 10 is option C. Okay, so here I have discussed 10 important physics questions also. This is our next volume. So by this way we will try to take some more video on physics and some more video on chemistry and then biology also, and biography of current also scientists, and contributions of our science and technology, that means Indian science and technology in the world case also. So I will try to take this video also, so that you need not to go or search in other way. And I will request all of you, please see our all videos. These are very relevant to this examinations, because our teams are generally researching for this making these questions. So I will request all of you to see this video and share with your friends, and also follow our Instagram channel also. Okay, so no more today. Thank you.